Hey, what's up? It's Comic 95, the Savior, and for this journal, I want to talk about a kind of strange topic. Somebody sent me this message, and they gave me the idea for it on Instagram, actually. I won't say your name because I don't know what level of privacy people want. People have gotten mad at me before for... I've already went over this before for like just saying their name. It's like nobody knows what the fuck you are anyway, so whatever. To respect people's privacy, because I didn't ask this person, I won't say their name, but you know who you are, girl. So if you want to, you can go ahead and leave your comment below and I'll reply back to it, of course. But she gave me this great idea for a video. It was a good topic to talk about. I saw it a while back and it was talking about wearing sexy clothes to a wedding. And I literally laughed when I read her message because, for starts, I saw an article recently, and by recently it could have been anywhere from some weeks to months ago, that talked about the topic of it. And I can't remember if it was somebody that wore like, I don't know, a crop top or like a halter dress or what the case was. But there are literally just so many like video ideas that I get just from like scrolling through Instagram and Twitter on a regular basis. And literally like I'm starting to use it now for the purpose of making videos more than I am for entertainment for myself. Because there's so many things that I want to talk about without having the limitation and restrictions of getting flagged for not being politically correct or having to argue with kids basically on Twitter and whatnot, because I hate to like sound old. I'm not trying to make a Gen Z versus millennial thing. I'm barely a millennial, might I also add. I literally like just missed it by like 2 days. I'm born at the very end of 95. So going to school, my classmates were a mix of 95 and 96 because most people have their birthdays are in October. So most people have a late birthday in the US. I'm included in that. But the catch is, again, like with me, I'm at the end of that, not millennium. I'm at the end of the generation of 95. It cuts off millennials right there. Although on some reports they claim it's 96, but millennials always starts with, it ends with 05. So I don't know where that... No, that's not true because it's 96. Oh my god, I'm confused. I don't know how it works. Long story short, 95 is the end of millennials. But back on subject. So, yeah. I laughed because, for starts, I wasn't expecting that message. And then secondly, the immature part of me, she added another part that I never heard of before, but talked about how you shouldn't wear red because that signifies that you're his lover. And I'm like, oh my god, like, the fact that that rule even has to exist. Sorry, y'all, I'm fat, I'm American. They finally gave me a really good Oreo McFlurry. What do they call it? A Oreo McFlurry, whatever? They filled this hole up with so many Oreo pieces, I hardly got any ice cream. And I should be upset because it was so much Oreo, but no, that's what I want. I'm not paying you extra for extra Oreo for you to just put a little sprinkle. That's what I hate. Japanese recipes are so damn inconsistent. Man, I swear, Japanese, like, teenagers, these little fast food workers, they couldn't survive a day in America. American customers, they're all bitches. I hate serving Americans. And it makes no sense because, like, Americans are rude where you should be polite, and then they're polite where you should be rude, which makes zero sense. So, for example, Americans are assholes to drive with, they're assholes to serve, they're assholes to do anything for. But when you're not doing anything for them, and you're just, like, meeting people, like, oh, hi, it's nice to meet you. Oh, give me a hug. Like, oh, are you such and such's daughter? Oh, my God. Like, that's how Americans talk to each other, and it's like, why do you all act so nice, sweet, and fake phony and shit like that in person? And we'll be genuine with it. But then if I go out on the road with you, y'all honking horns and shit, y'all don't let people get over on the expressway, and then you come here to Japan, and this is where I'll pat Japan on the back. I love this shit. I love it. People let you get over. They don't make a big deal. They don't try to speed ahead. They give you parking spots. They wait for pedestrians. Like, they actually give you the right of way. In fact, the only people that suck here are cyclists. Cyclists are the worst. Cyclists act like American drivers here. But that's another story. We ain't talking about that right now. So anyway, I'm like, the fact that this rule has to exist means that some hoe has done this before. Who thinks of that? Who says, I'm going to crash his wedding and ruin his dreams. I'm going to wear a red dress. And it's funny because I have my little chip red nail polish right now. But maybe I'm the lover. It's like, damn, like, girls are so petty. I hate people that do crap like that. But the question that I was asked was, what is my take on it? Yeah, I know I got a lot to say. So first, let me go back and start with myself. Obviously, I like sexy clothes. Love a good thirst trap. Love to dress sexy, love to feel sexy, all that good stuff. But there's such thing as there being a time and place for everything. And I don't care whether you are religious or not, whether you come from a conservative household, a conservative culture, whatever the case is, the way that you dress says a lot about how much you care about both yourself, the people that you are with. It speaks volumes of yourself. There are places and times where being sexy is okay and appropriate, and then there are places and times where being sexy is not okay and thus inappropriate. If you want to show off the fact that you have a flat stomach, a fat ass, big old titties and crap like that, I don't really care if you're walking outside, day-to-day life, etc. That's cool. However, somebody invites you to their wedding? Oh my God. Why would it even cross your mind, hey, let me pick out a super sexy, provocative dress to take attention away from the bride? How is that appropriate? And so what I was trying to say or get at is, it's not a matter of what I personally like to do. It's a matter of where am I at? Who do I want the focus and attention to be on? It shouldn't be a matter of you having to prove that you're not insecure by allowing your friends or family members or even strangers that have been invited to your wedding to basically, I don't know, try to distract or try to make you think, am I insecure? Am I whatever? Are people staring at her more? Like, just crap like that. It's really weird. It would be like showing up to somebody's birthday party and then like deciding this is the perfect time to like, I don't know, propose to your friend or whoever, like, your girlfriend. Like, why would you do some weird shit like that? Why are we trying to outdo each other here? Brides don't even normally wear sexy clothes for their wedding dress. So why would you find it appropriate for you as the guest to dress that way? And I'm sorry, I don't care if your friends claim that they don't care about what you're wearing. They honestly do deep down inside. And if they don't, I'm sorry, that's just ratchet and classist of them. And this is coming from somebody that's not being biased. I can speak from both sides. I am a Christian. I was born and raised in a conservative household. My family is literally split in half. Half of my family is Islamic. The other half of my family is Christian. Conservatism. Is that right? Conservatism? Conservatism? Oh my God, is that even a word? Or fuck it. Being conservative runs in my family. I am used to it. However, for myself, it depends on what I'm doing and where I'm at. When I live in Japan. Japan is known for being a conservative country. I do not dress the way that I dress online on Instagram when I'm out in Japan. When I go out in my day-to-day life, the sexiest my clothes will get is I'll wear a sundress that does have a V-neck cut, but generally it does not go like down where you're seeing under boob and things like that. I draw the line there. The only time that you will see me wearing something like that. However, that is actually pretty damn sexy here. What I don't do is, you do not see me walking around wearing crop tops and spaghetti strings and things like that. It's not that I don't like these things or want to wear them, but it's because I don't want the negative attention that I know that will attract and draw, and two, out of respect for the country and culture that I'm in. And people play dumb and pretend they don't understand this concept until they go to the Middle East. Then you understand the importance of why you need to dress a certain way. Why? Two reasons. One, you don't want to get caught up and get in trouble by not wearing appropriate clothing. And two, it's out of respect for the place that you are in. You're respecting their religion. Now, a dumb excuse that I've seen is, well, Japan is not religious. Yes, but it's their culture. Their culture requires you to dress this way, and not doing so is being thus disrespectful. And unfortunately, this is the part that I don't agree with, but again, to keep things easier for myself, unfortunately, by also not dressing the way that they want you to, you are also giving off the wrong signal. I don't make the rules, I play by them. The reality is, if you're dressed in a sexy way, people are going to treat you like a whore. This is coming from me, but I'm being real. I can separate myself and what I like to do from what I should do and what I need to do. And honestly, I do this. When I'm at home, when I'm on Instagram, when I'm talking to my subscribers, when I'm talking to my followers, doing whatever, I can freely dress up what the fuck I want to. This is my damn house. I don't give a shit. However, when I go outside, you are not going to see me walking outside my bra and panties. Why? Because I don't want nobody touching me or thinking anything poorly of me or whatever, or coming up to me, etc. Does it still happen? Yes. But we can also be real and not play PC politics and acknowledge it happens a lot more, or at least it's more likely to happen when you are dressed. Sorry, my phone got a notification. When you are dressed in a way that says, hey boys, look at me, look at my titties. Like, you know what I mean? When you do crap like that. Okay. However, this is a wedding. It's the same concept. You're not in a different country. It's not even if religion can play a part if you're getting married at a church or whatever. But the issue is more so your friend. You respect them and your relationship with them. You should want the attention to be on them and not on you. The reality is you're not wearing sexy clothes for yourself. We're gonna have a long conversation, y'all. Yep, I said it. You are not wearing clothes for yourself. Sexy clothes. I don't do it for myself. The reality is, you are dressing in a sexy way. This part is for yourself because you're proud of yourself. But you want other people to be proud of yourself too. You want other people to see how hard you've worked on your body. You want the people to see what you've been blessed with, how good you look. You want attention, whether it be from men or women or both. Honestly, it's both. You want bitches to be jealous of you and be like, oh my god, I wish I looked like you. And you want men to be like, damn, I want to hit that. I want to wife that. That's the reality. You want people to look at you. And there's nothing wrong with it. I don't mean it in the sense of like men trying to be like, she's an attention or she's whatever. No, everybody is. The reason why men want jobs and, good money and want, good education isn't to show off to themselves. They want other men to wish they had the money that they had. They want other men to wish they could attract the women that they have. They want other men to wish they had their cars. They want other women to wish their boyfriend had a car like how he does. I literally went on a date the other day. I went to Enoshima and Shonan Beach. And when I went there, I was walking down the street. Japanese guy, wannabe black Japanese guy, was driving inside his little Ferrari car. And I normally don't bother to look because I know that they're trying to get your attention. He's literally revving his engine with his shades on, looking at me, and turns his music up more, and he's playing Lemonade by Gucci, and I hadn't heard that beat in a long time, and so my brain is like, oh my god, this is bringing the black out of me. But then I was like, wait, hold on, why am I looking at you? I don't like you. You're fat, you're ugly, your car is old, it's expensive because of the brand, but it's an older model, and on top of that, I'm not gonna get inside your car and leave my date. Shit, I would have, but you know what I mean? I know what he's trying to do. And for me, when I see that you are actively trying to desperately get my attention, it's a turnoff. Now, if you just have a nice car and you driving mind your business, that's more attractive to me than somebody that's like, hey, look at me. Gotta blast me. Like, crap with that. That makes me not want to talk to you. But of course, he doesn't know all of this. This is all happening in like 2.5 seconds. And he's literally like just waiting for me to like just stare him down and be like, oh my god, look. But for me, I just look, see where the music coming from, turn back around, pretend like I ain't hear shit. Because I don't care. I don't know you. You're not going to invite me to get in your car. It doesn't go that way. Okay. In this case, when you are showing up at somebody's wedding and you're wearing sexy, revealing clothing, revealing dress, skirt, whatever you got on, you are literally saying, hey everybody, look at me. Hey groom, look at me. Look at how hot and sexy I am. This is not the time for you to be trying to get attention. Your friend already invited you to her wedding, which means that more than likely, she thought somewhat highly of you. She wanted you to be a part of her big special day. She's likely paying for food for you. She purchased a seat for you. She decorated the place for you. You're one of the people she's trying to impress at her wedding. That is so bogus and catty and backstabbing for you to show up to somebody's wedding and disrespect them like that. You can dress sexy anywhere else you want to get attention from men, women, make people jealous, make people want you, etc. This is not the place to do that. Same thing goes for myself. I got a lot of flack for making my videos about that, and I stand on what I said. I got a fucking OnlyFans, and I still stand by what I said. I do not go outside dressed like a hoe in Japan. When I go outside, I wear jackets and hoodies. I wear dresses that cover my collarbone year round. It's not because I want to do this stuff. And sure, I won't live in once in a while. But realistically, that's how I dress. Why? I already explained it. Out of respect for the country, respect for myself, and third, because I know that whether I want to agree with it or not, again, it's not about being fair. I do not make the rules. I have to acknowledge this is the world and society that we live in. When I dress in a way that is inappropriate, I get significantly more unwanted attention. And should something happen, what's going to happen? The police and the people around me are going to side with the person that did, thought, or said the negative things towards me, because in their mind it's going to be like, well, you look like a streetwalker, so I don't see anything wrong with it. If you don't want people to touch, you shouldn't have dressed that way. I literally had the situation happen at least twice here. Do I like it? No. I'm going to get a little deeper with this for those of you who don't understand what I'm saying. I didn't give this example in a video, if I recall. Did I? Maybe I did a long time ago. This is a really touchy topic that nobody talks about, and I want to make a separate video about this someday, but I'm probably never going to because I said about everything. I feel this way about people that dress their children in inappropriate and sexy clothing. For example, having little girls wear things like bikinis, or, even like with gymnastics, you got to be careful uploading videos and things like that. There are P-word people that are online looking for this content of you breastfeeding your baby, of you dressing your little girl in her gymnastics outfit, and you taking her to the beach. It's sick. I completely agree. But that little innocent naked picture of your baby in a bathtub, you're helping a P-word person get off. You're not being empowering by showing this photo of you, breastfeeding, or showing this photo of your baby doing whatever, You think it's innocent, but that's because you're looking at it through normal human eyes. You have to remember, there are nasty grown men that are lurking behind the computer, following your account. Look at all these child models on Instagram, and look at how many people are following them that are men, grown, nasty, old men. And it's like, why are you following these people? You don't even have children yourself. Their comments are creepy and sexual. There's just so much strange stuff out there. And people are so busy trying to stand on their own heel and defend what they like and what they want to do and what they want to have the rights to do. And they don't consider the fact it doesn't matter what's right or what you want. You have to remember, everything that you do comes with consequences as actions. And just because you are doing something out of innocence doesn't mean that other people have, the same type of reaction or purpose in it too. That's the truth. People don't want to hear that. And again, I don't make the rules. I play by them. The reality is, while you are not posting that nasty, nasty picture of your child, excuse me, let me be politically correct, while you are not posting that empowering photo of your innocent, naked baby, somebody else is downloading, saving, and following your account to post that on the dark web and sell. How do you feel about that innocent, video of your baby wearing a Snow White bikini at Disney World now? What you're doing is stupid. If you want to dress how you want to as an adult, whatever. But why would you do that to your child on the internet? To me, you don't even need to have pictures like that. Like, why does that exist? I can never see myself. I know people have their own crap, or you can help what your parents did, but I'm sorry. I don't believe there's any purpose in anybody having any naked pictures of their baby at any age for any purpose, even if it's being kept privately. Because anybody that comes to your house, looks through your stuff, or I don't know, I just think it's really strange. Like, why do we need photos of what that looked like back then? Nobody needs to see a picture or video of you breastfeeding your child unless for educational purposes. And more than likely, we don't need it from you. And that's not the reason why you're posting it. Let's keep it real, too. Some things are meant to be private. Your children can't even consent to that. And beyond babies and stuff, let's get back on the topic of weddings. This should be a once in a lifetime event. If you care about your friends and family, if you have respect for yourself, think about how you would feel. It's not a matter of being jealous. That's the part that really makes me upset, is that whenever you try to call out something for being inappropriate nowadays with girls, and this is why I'm going to dig into Gen Z a little bit. I feel like it's a really big thing with Gen Z in particular. And some millennials too. Everything has turned into, well, you're just insecure, you're just jealous. And don't get me wrong, I made a whole video talking about that too. I don't think that you should go around spending your life trying to control your man, Because if you try to set like a ridiculous amount of boundaries, like you can't have any female friends, you can't talk to girls, can't do whatever, you're just gonna make them cheat on you. There's a difference between not being jealous and then there's being stupid. If you have to keep your man on a leash, I literally read a tweet the other day talking about how this girl stopped being friends with somebody because she went to a party and her friend brought her boyfriend, and she had her boyfriend come with her to the bathroom to make sure that he didn't cheat and try to get phone numbers to talk to any of the girls at the party. And I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. And so I understand it in one sense, how you should be, how you can, I won't say you should, how you would or could be offended by your friend walking off with their man. But to be honest, I don't even know what I would do in that situation. That's actually a good question for another video. However, what I will say is, I have to question you as the friend. I agree, that's overdoing it. I ain't gonna do no crazy shit like that. But at the same time, I understand why somebody would want to do that. And I also have to question you as the friend. If you felt so offended by your friend worrying about her man cheating with any of, the people at the party, not just you, but even if it is just you, why did you stop being friends with her? So are you telling on yourself? Was that your intention? Do you see what I'm saying? It would be the equivalent of getting mad at your friend because you find out that, I don't know, you came to their house and they have their cabinets locked. And you're like, why you gotta lock your bathroom cabinets? Well, bitch, if you weren't being nosy trying to see what type of medication I'm on, if I'm birth control or not, you wouldn't fucking have to worry about my cabinets being locked. Do you see what I'm saying? It's one of those type of things. If you're not trying to fuck her man, why do you care about them going off to the bathroom? I laugh at you for being crazy. Like, bitch, you doing all of that for your little ugly ass, broke ass nigga? That's what I'm gonna be thinking to myself. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if it's enough for me to stop being friends with you. I'ma laugh at your ass. I'm definitely gonna make a YouTube video on you. But for you to get angry enough to decide you're not going to be friends with her, I feel like you're telling on yourself. Were you trying to flirt with him and talk to him? Because otherwise, why do you care? In this case, it's your friend's wedding. Do you know how many dresses exist? And now in the days of Instagram, you can pay Instagram and Twitter. You can literally search hashtags to find random ass designers and artists to make a custom tailored dress for you. There is no reason for you to come showing up to somebody's wedding dressed like a hoe. No reason. If your dress is sexy and you can't find anything else, which is a BS excuse, throw on a shawl. Put a cardigan over that bitch. You good? Your goal is to get attention. You want to make her jealous. Forget about making her jealous. You want to see. You're trying to push the boundaries there. Why is this being debated and argued over? It's disrespectful. And if you don't get what I'm trying to say, let me help you out. You don't show up to a job interview dressed like a whore. Why don't you do that? Because you want the job. You want them to know that you're serious about it. You want them to know that you're professional. Unfortunately, if you are coming up to your job interview with your titties hanging out, your ass and your pussy crack showing, what's going to happen? Nobody wants to hire you. I don't want you. Shoot, look at myself. What if I came show up to a job for a teaching position and I got my OnlyFans portfolio or some shit like that out? Nobody wants to see that. Because now in their mind, it's like, is this a good role model for the kids? Is she going to come to work dressed inappropriately like this? They don't want you wearing short, skimpy, inappropriate clothing when working with children. Or any professional job. Unless you're trying to be a professional stripper. They want to see you. And when you apply for a job, your goal is to look like you already work there. You need to be somebody that when you step through the doors, they envision you are already an employee at that company. They should not have to look at you and be like, well, we're going to have to make some tweaks and changes and do a little bit of rearrangement with this. If they have to do all of that, they're not going to hire you. Most companies are not going to tell you what they want you to change. They want you to show up and dress up like you want the job. When I lived in America, I worked almost all retail jobs. And you want to know what I did during almost all of my retail jobs? I dressed the fuck. In fact, I did it for all of them. All of them I dressed up. These jobs paid me anywhere between $8 to $10 an hour. And you want to know what I did? I dressed up. It wasn't a dream job. But I wanted them to know I want this job. I cannot convey that image if I'm showing up with cat fur and graphic bunny t-shirts and shit. With my hair all over my head. No makeup. Revealing clothing. My ass out. That is not how you get the job. It's not a matter of, well, if they accept me as I am, whatever. No. You want them to think of you as professional. It's not about people accepting you for who you are, or people, getting go with themselves. Oh, it's women empowerment, it's women's body. You can be empowering and love yourself and be sexy in your own time. This is not your own time. This is your friend or family member's wedding. This is a job in a company. You're representing them, and they don't want their image to look like that. Your friend wants the attention to be on her, not you and your new breast implants. If you want to be sexy, make your makeup look good. You can outdo her in the makeup department. But to be honest, even then, I said you should be a little bit modest with that too. Like your goal is not to outshine them. It shouldn't be, well, if she don't want to, and she don't want me to outshine her, that she needs to get her pockets up, and she needs to do, get a better makeup artist. We're not trying to compete with each other. So if that's your mindset, you're telling yourself, you're contradicting yourself. You're saying that your goal is not to compete, but then your solution is for her to stop being insecure, and or for her to get a better dress, or to get a better makeup artist, a better hairstylist, etc. Or how about you scale things back to make sure the attention is on her? Is it that hard to do? It's scary seeing how girls work that way. And the fact that this whole argument has become, I love the word fallacious argument, because it literally covers everything. Instead of focusing on the fact that what you are doing is hurtful to the person, the distraction becomes you're insecure. The distraction becomes, well, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And so don't get me wrong, insecure is having an irrational fear of your man cheating on you, which, to be honest, most of them have and or do. So it's not really completely irrational. But if you get to the point where you've become compulsive and obsessive, because I've definitely been there, done that, where you cannot breathe, eat, sleep, or do anything without thinking, oh my God, he's probably cheating me right now. What is he doing with that other girl? What is he thinking about? Why is he following? When you start getting to that point and going crazy, you have a problem. Even if you end up being 100% right, because trust me, normally when I've gone crazy and got all compulsive and OCD over a guy, I'm right. Which that is a real OCD thing, might I also add. I forgot what they call it, but there's an OCD for obsessive for relationships, where you're constantly thinking about it, worrying about it, etc. That's a real thing, and I think a lot of girls definitely have that. Your reasoning for it makes sense, don't get me wrong, but it's like, if you're going to spend your whole time just being paranoid, then just don't be in a relationship then. I've literally had female friends that would give me the stank eye, angry eye, hold on to their man, grab his arm when I'm near them, and I'm like, bitch, I don't want your short, ugly ass, scrawny ass, nerdy ass man. Yo nigga was just hitting on me 3 weeks ago before he asked you out. You're his plan B, bitch. And this happened to me at least 4 different times. And you know what happened? All 4 of them female friends, they all left me for their man. And what happened? All of them ended up getting cheated on. One of them got left with 3 babies. Dummy. She even married the nigga. He cheated on her, left her, dumped her. And now she playing single mama. I almost want to reach out to her and be like, feel stupid now, bitch? But nope, I just feel sorry for her. You chose the wrong person. And I warned her, I told her, your man just asked me out the other day before he got with you. And even since you all have been going out, because I'm friends with your man, might I add, before you guys ever got together, we were friends. I was friends with your now boyfriend. He was talking shit about you, calling you ugly, everything else. And since you guys have been going out, he's been trying to talk to other girls. He's ashamed and embarrassed of you. Which is why he don't hang out with you at school. This is back when I was in high school. They stayed together all the way up until I was an adult. I was 18, 19 years old when it finally happened. They broke up. Now, after they got married, I was thinking, well, shit, maybe he did turn over a new leaf. But nope, he played it still. She found out the hard way. I don't wish anything bad on someone. But see, that's a matter of insecurity. When you start cutting people off over little stupid shit. Nothing is insecure about you not wanting your man to have other girls grinding up on him, texting him, calling him hanging out with him, etc. And if we're supposed to be friends, you should already understand why and that is inappropriate. Because why the fuck you talking to my man for? Like, why y'all? I literally have subscribers that do shit like this. I literally have people that have subscribed to me that have, like, gone through my pictures, gone through my videos, trying to find my ex-boyfriends. And I'm thinking, like, what the fuck y'all want from me? Like, y'all want to eat, y'all want to, I don't know, taste my pussy juice off his lips or something? What the fuck do y'all need contact with my ex for? I don't have a couples channel, and I never will. Even if I get married, I might make some videos with my man, but I'm never going to make my YouTube channel, at least fingers crossed, anything can happen, based around my relationship. Because I don't like that Asian man, black woman community shit. It's cringe to me. I want people to watch my channel for my content and me. I don't want it based around my man. Or even my children, for that matter. Will they be included in videos in the future? Most certainly, and tons of them. But is that going to be the basis of my channel? No. There are people that aren't even following or subscribed to me, but they're busy trying to hunt down and find my man, which is scary. It's like, y'all weird. I got people that have made private accounts to interact with my posts to try to figure out who he is. Weirdos. And that's why I said, yep, y'all hoes definitely got a fetish. And sadly, it's almost all black women that have done this to me, might I also add. But I don't care. I'm done with the dude. You can have him if you want to. Have my leftovers. Catch the bone, bitch. But back on subject. Yes, like, girls do weird shit like that. Girls literally act like guys when it comes to this. A lot of women like the idea of knowing that they can fuck your man. It's really weird and toxic, but it's the truth. And I feel like this wedding thing comes down to that same situation. A lot of girls get off on the fact that they know that your man has interest in them. And I think I talked about that in my video about the friends having a sleepover at, your man's house. And your friend wanted to put you up in a hotel instead of you sleeping at their place. And I have mixed feelings. As I mentioned inside that video, in one sense, you gotta draw the line. You ain't sleeping in a bed with us and shit. That's going too far, bitch. But I don't know how I feel. I mean, if I gotta put you inside of a completely different hotel, that sounds a little bit insecure. But then again, at the same time, I kind of understand. I mean, I don't want you staying at my house. Depending on how close we are, maybe I don't, maybe I do. I probably would want you to be over here, but I mean, I live in Japan, so we ain't got space like that anyway. But maybe I would, maybe. But if you know how your friend is, or you don't know how they are so much, maybe out of respect, privacy, personal space, a little bit too intimate. It's not a matter of me being jealous of you, because bitch, I probably run circles around your little ugly ass. But the reality is, you don't know what your man is really into or not, or what he really is or isn't willing to do. You don't know what your friend is really willing to do or not, because you've probably never been in a situation like that with her before. Not to mention, why are you so desperate to spend the night at my house when I'm married or with a man anyway? Why do you want to be here? Normal women don't want to. You would want to have your own place because you wouldn't feel comfortable taking a shower, being naked in a household where there's another grown man that you are not associated with. It's awkward. You're being the third wheel. Why would you want that? Plus, it looks strange. So, yeah, mixed feelings on that topic. But as for this, it goes into the same thing. A lot of women, they want to see, they might not even fuck your man. They just want to see that your man has interest in it. Flirt with him, get a little, oh, stop. Yeah, that's my name. I like whatever. Okay, you get, like, just trying to flirt with your man. It's like, why are you doing weird shit like that? You don't ever do that around me. You know what I mean? It's strange. I'm not a Cardi B fan, but I think about Cardi B. She actually had she did a video a while back where she made a video about that, talking about how, your female friends trying to fuck your man or whatever, and, they normally talk like Pop Smoke, and then, like, your man come around, all of a sudden, I forgot whose voice she said they have or whatever, but you know what I mean? Completely change their personality, change their vibe, just everything to try to get their attention. And it's like, why are you doing that? It's strange. And again, it goes back into that. Women like knowing that people want them. Aisha Curry, prime example. It's not about them wanting to actually fuck you, be a girl. They just want to know that they can have you. I tweeted about this too. I responded to a viral tweet and I think I made a video about it, or I said I was going to. A lot of girls, they want to know that you are not in a happy relationship, especially if your female friends are single and you're the one with the man. They want to know that you're not really happy, their relationship is not really genuine, and that it's possible to take everything from you. They like, shoot, their songs bragging about it. I've jokingly said it myself too. People like to know, girls, that they can fuck your man, that they can take him from you. It's petty, stupid, childish, bitchy, I know. But it's the truth, it's facts, it's how it happens, it works. A lot of girls might not even want your man, but they'll act like they do. They'll fuck him just to get back at you, just to do it. You wouldn't even gotta do it at the bathroom, just to do it. They'll tell him your secrets. They'll flirt with him, they'll sex with him. They'll come on to him. Especially, I mean, think about it. Your friends know your man. As a girl, you probably gossip to your friends about what you and your boyfriend did, what he bought for you, what he fed you, how the sex was like, everything else. So now, you've literally written an entire book to your friends on why they should fuck your man, basically. He's rich. He takes care of you. He's a gentleman. He's romantic. He's all these great things. And by being, friends with you, he already kind of knows you. You know he's a good man because he's good to your female friend, your girlfriend. So why not fuck him? You see what I'm saying? And so all these girls like, oh, well, you're insecure, you're whatever. No, you're using your brain. Because unfortunately, a lot of people, when given the opportunity, they will do some crazy messed up stuff. But I feel like there's a blurred line here. In one sense, yes, I agree. If these people do that, they're not really your friend. But at the same time, if you are really my friend, then you should understand why I don't want you to be that close to my man. Simple as that. Likewise, most men don't want you to be super close to his male friends either for the exact same reason. You never know what people are capable of doing. And it looks bad and wrong to people that are on the outside looking in. Back in the day, people didn't used to have friendships and relationships like that. It used to be where you hung out with people of the same sex as friends. And people of the opposite sex, they were not your friends. You might know them. They might be an associate. But there are boundaries that have to be set, especially when you are married or in a long-term relationship. So, again, there's a fine line, and really a rather thick one, between being friends with someone. Not being friends. Between being insecure and also protecting your relationship. It's not a matter of entirely not trusting your partner. Rather, you don't trust or fully know what anyone's capable of doing because you're not them. You don't know what'll make somebody fold. Why would you even want somebody to be inside of a situation where you're unsure of what happened? Why would you want to be guessing, did this person do something to my man, or are they just lying trying to make me jealous? Wouldn't you rather have seen and known everything? I'm not encouraging you to get crazy to the point where you're keeping people's phones and going to the bathroom with them and shit. But I am saying, why would you purposefully put yourself in a scenario where you have to question, did they have sex with each other? Where you can just avoid it by not allowing these two lives to get that close to begin with. Secondly, beyond just closeness of relationships, when it comes to a wedding, I don't want my man seeing you half naked. He don't need to. He has me. Of course, if my man really wanted you, or at least wanted to try to pursue you, he could leave me whenever he wants to do that. But I am not going to be the facilitator of setting up reasons for him to leave me. No. Likewise, your man ain't gonna do that. Your man is not going to invite you to go hang out with his friends when they're all shirtless and working out at the gym for you to observe his friends. Why? Because he knows, what is that going to put through your mind? Your man is not going to invite you, be like, hey, come ride with me and some of my best friends' Lamborghini. Why? Because he knows it's going to put through your mind, I wish my man had a fancy car like this. I wish my man could take me to the Louis Vuitton store and buy me wallets and bags. Do you see what I'm saying? Men know not to do that with you. But girls are the ones over here arguing about what's making you, whether you're insecure, bitchy, whatever the case is. So don't get me wrong. I'm kind of, speaking from both sides. In one sense, I understand both sides of it. Because at the end of the day, if you really want a man that has money, leave his ass anywhere for a man that got that shit. Whether he facilitates that or not. But why would you purposefully encourage or tempt your partner when you don't have to? And forget about tempting your partner. You're ruining your friendship too. Because that also hurts. Finding out that a friend of yours was willing to even do something like that. No matter how well you know someone, You never really know them because you are not them. You might think somebody's incapable of cheating, incapable of lying, incapable of being tempted, whatever, but anything can happen. This is going to sound like a bad example, but I'm going to use it anyway. There are literally, like, I can't remember their names. Some Christian preacher, whatever. Was it Billy Graham? I don't know who it was. There's literally people that refuse, and people joked about it, but no, I actually have some respect for it, that refuse to even be on an elevator alone with a woman. Married men. Why? Because if I'm never put in a situation where I'm alone with you, you can never accuse me of doing anything to you. Because everywhere we go, there are always eyes around. There are always witnesses and cameras. And when I am anywhere in the vicinity, my hands stay to myself. In Japan, there are men that literally, smart men, that have advised other men, when you get on the train and it's crowded, put your hands up and grab one of the straps to hold on to. Because nobody can accuse you of touching them. Because everybody can see where your hands are. There's no confusion. It's the closest you can get. And for some, that's also the reason why they like putting their backpacks in front of them too. So this way there's no, oh, you were trying to grind and bump up against me, whatever type thing. Which, might add, this is also a dumb concept too. I gotta comment on that. Why the fuck do I'm gonna make a video now. Why do Japanese people think that putting your backpack in front of you makes it take up less space? It's literally the exact fucking same thing as having it on the back of you. The only difference is now you have better control of your backpack because you can see it. The only thing that makes more space is putting your backpack down on the floor because now somebody can get closer to you physically. But putting your backpack in front or behind you, it's the same difference. Either I'm going to be closer to you from the front, or it's going to be closer to you from the back. It's the same. If anything, putting it in front of you takes up more space, especially if you're a woman, because now your breasts are making it stand out even further, versus it being on my back. So, we ain't finna get into that. That's for another video, but I'm done with this. I can just go on and on and on forever. I just think it's interesting that these conversations seem to be had more so by women than men. Women are more, and it's funny, it's always women that aren't in relationships normally too. Women that are not in relationships are normally the ones that are advocates on you're insecure, you're whatever. Or the ones that are newly single. Then you have the women that, like, we have the same women, I'm talking about them. They want you to admit that you're insecure. And that you should allow them to do whatever they want to disrespect your relationship. And if you call it disrespect, you're just insecure. That's their argument. They knock yours down by creating a new one. Instead of it being, my behavior is inappropriate to be doing around here. My behavior can be tempting to your man. My behavior can make you feel like you are not the center of attention. My behavior takes away from your attention instead of calling it what it is. They project it on you. And it becomes, you're insecure. You wouldn't care if it's whatever. Like, bitch, I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're the ugliest bitch in the world. Fattest, ugliest, dirtiest hoe. Don't come showing up to my wedding wearing no sexy ass shit. Because I'll walk off that fucking stage, pull your hair, and drag you down that damn aisle and kick you out of my venue. I don't play that shit. It's not a matter of me being jealous of you. It's a matter of it being disrespectful. It's not about me thinking that you're my competition. You're disrespectful. I'm not going to show up to your house for Christmas and bring the gifts that I got for my kids so that we can compete with each other. And my kids can see, hey, look, I got you the newest PlayStation. What do you get your kids? Oh, no gaming console for Johnny, huh? Well, look at what we got. Like, you see what I mean? Now, we're grown. I could say, I'm not insecure. You could say you're not insecure. I don't care that, Ren got her kids X, Y, and Z. But it's a respect thing. What I just did embarrassed you. You don't have to acknowledge that it did. You're lying to yourself. It did. I made you feel like a crappy parent by showing I spent this much money on my kids. I pre-ordered this console. I did X, Y, and Z. What did you do? I don't even have to say what did you get. By me bragging and showing off what my children got, it makes you look like a crappy parent because you didn't outdo me. Or at least meet what I did. That is what you are doing at a wedding. When you show up, and you are dressed in a sexy, revealing way, especially if you look better than the bride, what are you doing? You are putting unnecessary attention on yourself. People might not even say it to you. They might pretend like you don't even exist. But they see you. They see that you look better than the bride. They see how your hair and makeup is. They see your outfit. They see your titties popping out. They know. Out of respect, they might pretend like they don't notice. But we all also know that you are capable of knowing and wearing something that's more appropriate. You will not show up to your dream job dressed any kind of way. You choose and pick out your outfit based off of the job that you want. You dress modestly and appropriate. Why? Because you want that job. You've been told, if you want a career, you dress modestly, conservatively, professionally. You do the same thing at a wedding, same thing at a funeral. It's not asking for much. Nobody said you gotta change your whole style and reinvent yourself. It's for a wedding. I'm not Islamic. I used this example before. I still know the name of the restaurant. Really good tasting Islamic buffet restaurant in Chicago. My grandma is. My aunts, uncles, cousins are. You wanna know what happens when I go there? I don't say, well, I'm a Christian. Wherever the fuck I want to. Yep, that's right. Y'all see my cleavage? No. I wear modest clothing. I dress appropriately. Why? Because I do not want unnecessary, unwanted attention on myself or on my family. Especially not my grandmother. It's offensive. It's insulting. And in some cases, I can even choose to wrap my head out of respect. You don't have to agree with their religion. You don't have to believe in Allah or anything else like that. It's out of respect. Because I love and care about you as my grandma, I am not going to embarrass you by dressing like a whore at your favorite restaurant where you know these people. This is your best friend. This is your friend, your family, whatever. You're at their wedding. Why would you do that? Like, why does it have to be explained to you? It should just be common sense. You know what you're doing. Because just as you chose to dress sexy, the reason why you're so against dressing modestly is because it's your intention. If you really had no intention of being a hoe and stealing away the attention and trying to make her man wish he had you type thing, why is it hurting you to wear regular clothes? Why does it become an argument of, well, I'll do it, but that just means you insecure? A normal person will be like, really? This isn't appropriate to wear? Okay, well, I'll wear X, Y, and Z. Alright, I understand. I respect that. It doesn't have to be explained. You're not going to argue with your interviewer, your potential employer, and say, what? Why I gotta wear modest clothes? You understand why they don't want a half-naked woman teaching kids. You understand why they don't want a man wearing boxer shorts and no t-shirt showing up for a job interview to be a teller or whatever the fuck you're trying to be, a manager. It's inappropriate. It's weird. We don't care about what you wear. We know it's hot outside. Nobody gives a shit. You can wear modest and conservative clothing that is not revealing. You can wear lightweight dress clothes. It's not that hard. And nowadays, we got Walmart, Costco, all those little cheap ass stores. You can buy $20, $30, $40 dresses to wear for these occasions. You can rent stuff. Excuse my cup. And it's so crazy to me because men don't have to be told this. When do you see men showing up to their friend's wedding, where their friend is the groom, and they show up to the wedding driving some sort of expensive sports car, wearing extremely expensive jewelry, they're just trying to outdo and compete with their friend. They got a girl in their arms, look 10 times better than his, now wife. It's weird. This is not the time to pay for a girlfriend to pretend like your life is together at your friend's wedding. And for smart people, this is not the time to propose to somebody at someone else's. Oh my god, that's a whole nother video. That's a whole nother video. That is the only thing more disrespectful than dressing like a hoe. It's to propose at somebody's wedding. That is the most disrespectful thing you can do. I swear, just thinking about this video is reminding me, look, I do not want to have a wedding because I don't trust nobody. You already got to deal with the possibility of somebody, telling you why, they object to you getting married. Side hoes showing up in red. And now you got friends innocently trying to start their lives by getting engaged at your wedding. So poor taste. It's cheap and tacky. And the crazy thing is, the people that plan that stuff out to do, they wouldn't want somebody to do it at their wedding. They really wouldn't. I don't even think it's okay if your friends lie and say it's okay to you. I don't. Because most people aren't. Some people might be honest and tell you, look, that's not cool. But I imagine a lot of people don't feel comfortable telling you why they don't want you to do it. Because again, as a girl, you'll get hit with the, oh, you're insecure type thing. So they'll pretend like they're okay with it and let you do it, even if you tell them in advance. Because I've heard people say, oh, I asked if it was okay. Who's going to honestly tell you? I mean, some people will. I will tell you not to do that. But even for myself, I'll be honest, if we're really close friends, I would kind of have to think about it. Like, I don't know. Because I understand why you want to do it. Because when you're showing up to somebody's wedding, everybody's already going to be dressed up. You know, your girl got her nails done, so it's perfect for taking pictures. You're going to be at a nice venue, especially if it's a, destination wedding, where somebody had to go overseas to attend it. But it's like, why be so cheap, insensitive, and rude to crash someone else's wedding, basically, to have your own engagement and proposal? Because now you're taking away from my special day. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. You can get engaged. If you want to be bogus to me, get engaged the same day that I get married. But don't do it at the same time that I'm getting married. I don't care if our ceremony is over with. It's still my day. Because now, attention has gone from, oh, congratulations to me and my now husband, to, oh, congratulations, you're engaged. I'm not trying to share a day with you. We're not twins. But we don't do this shit. The fuck? It's weird. Who thinks like that? And the other bogus thing is, I can't get even with you. Because what I'm going to do? Show up to your wedding and renew my vows or some shit? I've heard somebody say that before, too. That I'm going to renew my vows at your wedding or something like that. So, that is just so tacky. Like, if you want to do that, then you and your man needed to have planned to do, like, a double engagement. I've never heard of that before. Has anybody ever done that before? Two people get engaged at the same time? So, I've heard of double weddings, which to me, that's cheap, too. The only time that looked cool was on Princess and the Pauper, that Barbie movie. But in real life, I don't even like that. It's like, to me, I want my day to just be about me. Because the problem with even a double wedding is, I feel like now us as a couple, we're having to compete with you as a couple. It's just weird. It's distracting. I want my special day to be about me. Not about you. Not about us. Me. The only us there should be is me and my husband. Not me, my husband, my best friend, her husband. Like, that's too much. It's tacky. Save it for another day. If you want to distract, fine. Get married the day after me, a week after, month, whatever. Just not the same day. Wear appropriate clothing. You can have your back out, your titties out, your pussy out any other day. Today is my day. Seal that shit up, please. Vacuum seal that hoe. We don't want to smell your pussy. We don't want to see your nipples. I don't want to see any of that shit. And today is not the day for you to pay $7,000 to get your hair and makeup done. Dress modestly. The attention should be on me. Likewise, for your wedding, I let the attention be on you. I never show up to somebody's... I've been to weddings before, and I've never gone to somebody's wedding even thinking like that. I'm immature and I'll laugh it off because I'm talking about it. But I'd be very hurt and offended if somebody did that to me that's close to me. Even if you're distant from... I don't care if you're my grandma and you show up to my wedding with your titties hanging out. I'm going to be upset because I don't want you in my pictures or whatnot because you look classless. No. I don't even plan to be dressed like that. The sexiest person at the wedding should be the bride, not you. You don't have to dress like you in a trash bag and be ugly. Because I've seen brides do that before. Where they purposely pick out the ugliest wedding dresses and the most basic, simple hairstyles. And that kind of screams immature. There's a fine line. But somebody asking you not to have your cleavage all out. And not to have, your back all out. That's reasonable. And in this case, come on, a fucking color. I don't care if red is your favorite color. Just wear another color. Damn. It ain't that damn hard. Literally had the same type of discussion with another girl. We're gonna say her name because I already made a video on her. Trishelle, that Jamaican hoe that I was talking about, I made that video on. I didn't bother going back and forth with her, but she was trying to figure out what to do for her friend's wedding, aka an associate that was using her as the Guysian exhibit because she's a tall, dark-skinned black woman from Jamaica that made a circus exhibit show for their wedding. Ain't really her friend because they don't even talk like that. I know because she never mentioned this girl when she need help or anything like that. She ain't call her, but this woman allegedly invited her to her wedding and she took pictures there. And what happened? She literally looked like a freak. I saw her pictures and I'm thinking like, girl, do you not realize that you stand like a sore thumb? She is the only person there wearing all black. She's a dark-skinned, tall, black woman wearing all black to this Japanese girl's wedding. And I'm like, you don't wear black to a wedding. That's for funerals. I didn't know that wasn't common sense. And don't even get me started on hair and makeup. I'm not here to drag her. I'm just saying it because it came to mind, something that happened recently. When in doubt, wear what everyone else is wearing. If everyone else ain't dressed like a hoe, you don't dress like a hoe. Everyone else not wearing black or red, you don't wear black or red. Everyone else not dressed like the fucking Grim Reaper, you don't dress like the Grim Reaper. It's that simple, not that hard. So, yeah, it amazes me how much attention people want. And then forget about attention, how lazy people are. If you don't have the money, the time, the want to go out and buy a new dress, and now there's no excuse. You have websites like Shein, and you got Forever 21, you got Walmart, you got Target, you have all these, you have Fashion Nova, all these discount, super cheap AliExpress retailers where you can buy dresses for $5, $10, $50, $20, all the way up to $100 at the max if you want to spend that much money. You can go to the used store, custom made clothing, all of these places that you could buy stuff from. You couldn't choose any other color, no other style of dress to wear. We got YouTube videos to tell you what to wear, what not to wear. All these stylists and whatnot. It is not that hard to figure out what is and is not appropriate to wear. I'm amazed at how many people don't seem to know this. There are people that don't know to this day. You should cover up your tattoos and take out your piercings when applying to like 99.9% of jobs. Instead, dumb people, like even for Japan. Let's change the subject a little bit. I cannot tell you how many times I have literally had people pay me for a consultation. And they'll ask me, oh, I don't know why I'm not getting dropped. And I look at their picture and I'm like, you've been using this picture on your resume? You've been doing your interviews with a full fucking beard? A nose piercing? Eyebrow piercing? Tongue? This is Japan! Oh my god, like, what type of research have you all done? How do you know you want to live and work here and you lack the common sense, basic knowledge skills of what you should look like at the job? Come on, use your brain. Imagine applying for a job as a doctor with piercings all over your face, tattoos on your face. Some people don't care. You're right, you'll have patients that look just like you. But the reality is, the profession doesn't want you to look this way. Why? Because historically, and even in modern day times for most people, it says a lot about what type of person you are. You do not look professional. Nobody wants a surgeon performing on them that has teardrop tattoos, a nose ring, and a split tongue. It's freaky. I don't trust you with my life. Okay. You understand if you want a certain job, you need to dress, behave, act, and look a certain way. You can have hot girl summer while you enjoy the additional 3 days or week you booked to stay at my destination wedding location. That's fine. But please, for the sake and love of it, please, 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 do not ruin my wedding by dressing, acting, behaving like that. Do whatever you want to before you come. Do whatever you want to afterwards. Do not do it during my ceremony, during the reception. Change your clothes after my wedding when you go home, if and when we go out and have some time together. But do not bash and ruin my special day by being petty and bitchy and insecure. That is disrespectful. You would not show up to the children's hospital dressed like that. You would not show up to volunteer at an orphanage wearing hoe attire. That is clothing that you wear when you're hanging out with your friends, when you're with your boyfriend, husband, whatever. When you want people to look at you, notice you, think you look good. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's human nature for us to do. But it's also human nature for us to understand and respect the feelings of those around us and to decide, okay, I know I like dressing this way, but I love and care about my friends and family. And I want the attention to be on her and her special day, her and her husband. It's that simple. So I'm done. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Give me your 2 cents. Do you think it's okay to wear sexy clothing to a wedding? Is it okay to wear, a tight, form-fitting dress? Maybe it's backless, maybe it's a V-cut, whatever the case is, cut-out dress. Do you think that short clothing is okay to wear to a wedding, or do you think it's inappropriate? Tell me why or why not. Have you done this before? What are your thoughts and feelings? Do you think that it says that you're insecure? I want to hear your 2 cents. I already told you mine, so you might disagree, but I want to hear you out. I'm willing to listen and go back and forth with you. I'll give you a little piece of my mind in the comments too. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider checking out my other videos on my channel. I have a playlist that I have journals in which I do rants, talk about random things that are going on in my personal life, whether it be here in Japan or things back at home in America. Otherwise, I have tons of playlists and videos on topics dealing with Japan mostly. So I talk about working, studying, dating, and living here in Japan. Please check out my YouTube channel's homepage, and you can use the search bar there to find videos. I've probably already answered your question. If you have any more topics or videos you would like to hear me talk about, please send me an email, or you can leave a comment down below, and I will try my best to make a video answering your question. Otherwise, please like this video, leave a comment if you have not already to help support my channel, and subscribe if you have not already as well. As always, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Comic95. I have a Snapchat and TikTok at Comic the Savior, a Facebook fan page at Comic95 the Savior, and a blog at Comic95.com. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for watching. Bye.